Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sharwin and I do cooking videos and K-drama review videos. So if either of those are your cup of tea, well then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join my happy community here on YouTube. So today I've got a K-drama review. I am reviewing Money Heist Korea Joint Economic Area. So that's a pretty long title. I'm actually surprised I got that right in my first try. So this is a little bit of a special review because Money Heist Korea is based on La Casa de Papel or Money Heist Spain, right? So what I thought I would do is actually compare the two shows, see what is the same, what is different, and then I'll tell you guys which aspects, which version of the show I like on certain aspects. All right, so let's get started. So plot-wise, is it the same? Generally, yes. There's a mint, there's a group of robbers headed by the professor, and then they try to steal it, and of course the law enforcement surrounds them and tries to stop them. So the general plot is the same. Where they differ is that, of course, in the Korea version, they added this little side note, or well, so far it's a side note, but I think it'll be a really big thing later on, wherein North and South Korea have reunified, and so the mint that they've infiltrated is actually a mint that prints a unified Korean currency. So for the first time in a really long time, North and South Korea will share a currency, and that's the mint that they have infiltrated and they will rob from. So which plot-wise, which do I like better? So far, to be determined. But so far, I think the Korea version is a little bit more interesting in the sense that I think the dynamics of having law enforcement be divided into North and South Korea groups will cause a lot of drama and disagreement when they try to stop the thieves, right? So I like the Korean touches that they've added so far. Like, for example, the thieves, the group of thieves actually agree to not speak to each other in honorifics or informal Korean, right? And that's partly to hide their identities so that nobody knows who is more senior, who is older, who is coming from where. I thought that was very interesting, and that only happens in Korea, right? I also like how they've made a little bit more sense in terms of like how the professor and the police inspector begin their relationship. I also like the more clear-cut background story on Tokyo as well, right? So I think that's why I lean towards the Korean version. All right, let's talk about set pieces. So obviously there is the mint, right? That is the main set piece. But I think in this aspect, Money Heist Spain has the upper hand, right? I think they have a bigger budget. You know, you see the use of helicopters, more panoramic shots, um, more intense car chase scenes. So I think in that aspect, Money Heist Spain has the upper hand. All right, in terms of cast, so are the characters the same? Yes, the main characters, especially the group of thieves, are the same. So they're all there. The professor is also there. The police inspector is also there. So those are all the same. So which one has the upper hand? For me, it's a toss-up, right? Money Heist Spain has some really great actors. I think my favorite is still Nairobi, and also one of the hostages, right? The assistant to the mint director. So I think Money Heist Spain has the upper hand with those two characters. With Money Heist Korea, I think they have the upper hand in terms of Tokyo, in terms of Rio. I think they have better actors or actors that I like a little bit more. But kudos to the casting director of Money Heist Korea, because all the other characters, they are on equal ground. Overall, I think the question that everyone wants to ask is, if you've seen Money Heist Spain, is it still worth seeing Money Heist Korea? For me, the answer is yes. I think that even though it'll be a little bit less exciting because you sort of know what's gonna happen, right? I have a feeling that the overarching story, the big reason for the heist itself, I think will be very interesting because it's set in the background of introducing capitalism into North Korea. The idea of is unifying the two Koreas really going to benefit the ordinary people, or are they going to benefit only the rich, right? So I think that as more episodes of Money Heist Korea come in, this overarching story will become even more interesting. So even if you know what's generally going to go on during the heist, I think it's still worth a watch. Now, the other question is, if you've never seen Money Heist Spain, should you watch that first or should you watch Money Heist Korea first? Probably start with Money Heist Spain, just so you can get the full, complete story already, because they've finished their run of 5 seasons. Starting with Money Heist Korea, number one, practically it's gonna make you go crazy, right? Because it's only 6 episodes for now, and then you're gonna have to wait I don't know how many months to get the next 6 episodes, for example. So it's better to start with Money Heist Spain so you can get the entire story. You can binge on it without having to wait too much, right? And yeah, so that's it. That's my really quick review of Money Heist Korea Joint Economic Area. Like I said, I think it's a great show, or at least it's the beginnings of a great show. Some very interesting points about reunifying North and South Korea. The acting has been really, really great. I particularly like the acting of the police inspector, of Tokyo, and of the professor, and Berlin, of course. So I think Money Heist Korea Joint Economic Area is worth a watch, and I think it's a novice watch. Even though you don't like K-dramas, this one will really, really get you into K-drama. So it's a great starter K-drama. The only drawback is, of course, it's just 6 episodes, so you're gonna have to wait for more in the future. Otherwise, it's a great watch. In the meantime, I want to tell you guys about my book, The Gospel of Food. Is available nationwide here in the Philippines in all National Bookstores, and you can order them on Shopee, Lazada, and anvilpublishing.com. And if you're not in the Philippines, thanks for watching. You can get my book, The Gospel of Food, as an ebook in all ebook platforms. Just search for The Gospel of Food by Sharwin T. Alright guys, that's it. That's my K-drama review for this week. Let me know what other K-dramas you want me to review next, and I'll get right on it. In the meantime, you can watch my other videos right now.